Okay, so I'm currently still in Lone Pine. I just came into the um, Western, tell me it again?
Museum of Western Film History.
Museum of Western Film Industry?
History.
History. The Museum of Western Film History. I highly recommend it. If you're heading northbound, it's going to be on the left-hand side as you enter Lone Pine. They ask for a $5 donation, which is very much worth the admission. This is some of the stuff you won't find anywhere around the Hollywood studios, because Hollywood came here to do a lot of Western. A lot of commercials were done out here. Movies as late as Iron Man and some other ones were actually used the Alabama hills and the mountains for the backdrop. This is the gift shop right now. I'm just giving an introduction. I'm going to walk through the museum in a second. But it started early on with the silent movies. There is a Gene Autry museum by the LA Zoo that if you get a chance to go down there, I recommend checking that one out. That was probably the only other one that I know of that is anything like this. But it's interesting to have a lot of the movies that were filmed out here in Lone Pine. So this is really specific to the culture and the environment of Lone Pine and the topography and the geography. Look at these old cameras. I mean, if you're a student of film and TV, I'd highly recommend this being a field trip for you to come on. Some of the roads in what they would call the biggest back lot, which is the hill area, some of those roads were actually dug out just for movie sets. It's funny, they do a 15-minute video at the top of the hour, a movie that you can go watch. I highly recommend doing that because it kind of gives you a breakdown of what the Lone Pine area was all about when it came to the filming industry. Those of you who might know my dad and some of the Western stuff that he did, building little Western sets, not movie-wise, but some of the allure and the love of Western movies. Is that a bulletproof? I think that's a bulletproof vest. Wooden chest plate. Look at that leather rig. But yeah, my dad would have thoroughly loved this. I've been up and down 395 many, many times and never even saw this. We just zoom right by, Lone Pine. We would maybe get gas and food and keep going. So those hats are from the Roy Rogers collection. It talks about who owned these and what movies they were in. There's a Lone Ranger lunch pail there. So masks are still required in some of these areas. Just so you know, if you come up here, just abide by it if you want to come in. I've seen some of these movies, but not all of them. So what reasons to say is that a lot of us might have seen a lot of these movies with Lone Pine in the background and not even known it. I am on my KLR, and I'm going to do a back road that goes from here, Lone Pine, to Manzanar, and it goes through where the filming locations were. It's a dirt road. Hopefully I make it to Manzanar.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I would say if you come through here, give yourself about an hour. I feel like I'm rushing myself just because I know I need to beat the weather to get to Bridgeport today. I think my mom has one of those somewhere. Here's some film cases. Yeah, but if you're a film, TV person, student, or something like that, you got to come out here. It's amazing the different places that they. There's a Hindu temple. The Charge of the Light Brigade sword. Wow. Gunga Din metal sword. Gunga Din was one of the bigger movies they filmed out here. Elaborate sets. I don't think any of these are going to still be out in the desert. Here's some weaponry. The film that you'll watch will talk about different locations in the United States that are portrayed. You know, oh, was Gladiator filmed out here? Possibly. You know, some scenes. But they'll talk about different world locations. Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and then stuff in the United States such as Wyoming, I think. They said Wyoming, Arizona, of course, California. There's some cool documents. So a lot of movie posters. I'm gonna have to imagine that every movie poster here. I thought that was a person looking at me. I'm not kidding. I was like, excuse me, can I help you? But every movie poster, quite possibly, not quite possibly, I would imagine was filmed out here. Here's some memorabilia. Randolph Scott. Wow, those are actual guns. William Whitney. Is that what Mount Whitney is named after? Sure. Oh man, check this out. This is that's the actual suit that he was wearing in Iron Man. That's the scene. These are all props from the Iron Man set. This I didn't expect. This is really cool. I think some Star Treks were filmed out here. Tremors.
Making her feature film debut as Bert's wife Heather is country music's Reba McEntire.
I don't think there's any way you can get ready and prepare yourself to be almost attacked or eaten by a large worm that's probably prehistoric. There's no way you can prepare for that.
Director Ron Underwood was chosen to helm the production.
It sounds crazy, underground monsters, but really